Hey, this is Charles Calhoun, aka the Shade Tree Pro. I'm gonna show you something, how a little Matchbox car can make a difference in your golf swing. Now, if you've already seen my videos of where I've shown you of how the feet work, to where if I go to make a move here, it's 1, 2 here, and it's 3, 4 there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. But let me show you something here. See, I always said that a lot of times that we can't get the golf swing right because the words in itself doesn't match up with the actions. And like say for an example, here's the center of our body. Here are the two sides, the outsides. Like for an example, this car is going to represent, the sides of the body. So if I go to the middle here, this is the rear side, this is the front side, because that's that front side or that side or whatever. And then it would be also the same over here. So actually, when we're making quote unquote a backswing, we're actually making a car like it's going in reverse. And then when we're making a swing or a downswing back to the ball, keyword back to the ball, we're coming in reverse. So in essence, what's happening with you all, so the easiest way to get back to where you come from is that if I go here, the easiest way for me to get back to it is just to put it back in reverse. But what you all are doing, in a sense, or many of you are doing, because they're spinning the hips, the focus is so much on what the hips are doing, in a sense. But remember, they have to move the pelvis. What most people are doing is that they're in the backswing or quote unquote the downswing or back to the ball. Most people are going away, and then they're turning this like they're bringing the front end back around and come there. You see what I mean? How hard is that when to make a swing, go back this way? How simple is it just to bring it back in which it comes? So using that little example, so what I do when I'm making a swing, the thought that I have is I make a 1, 2 back swing there, 1, 2, and then I make another back to the ball there. Remember, I'm not saying a back swing, I'm just coming back to the ball. So it's just a feeling I get there, come back to the ball. And seeing what happens is that my mind, my brain, my body, everything matches up. I feel everything just coming back to the ball. And seeing the turn will naturally take care of itself with the ball. Remember, turn and rotation are not the same. See, the pelvis has to turn because of the rotation of the hips is. But in a sense, we have to control how we turn. So for an example, a merry-go-round will turn, but it's the joints and gears and everything else underneath it that's rotating. So remember, you are coming back to the ball. Rotation and turn will take care of themselves. All you got to do is set up there. We're going back 1, 2 this way, and then we're coming back like my other video, 3, 4 that way. And seeing you just got to learn to keep doing it and keep doing it. And when you're on the golf course and you're going to playing, it's the same rhythm. You just got to feel it and know how to do it. Hey, once again, if you haven't got my book, The Dead Fingers and the Middle Wrist in Sports, I'm telling you, it gets you right. And here's another thing I'm going to mention about that. So, because a guy had asked me a question, and I said, here's a way that I can explain that so you all would even get a better understanding of how the dead fingers, which are equal on both hands, balances out the forearms. It's this. If you had a porch swing, and you know how a porch swing has 2 chains on each side, it's got a loop here and then a loop there. Now, if you put it on the first loop, hang it on the first loop, and then hang it on the 4th loop, now the swing will swing, but obviously it's going to be off balance and you're going to be off balance. So that's kind of the sensation of 3 on this hand and 2 on this hand. It gives you the sensation of a swing off balance. We're not trying to be off balance. We're trying to stay on balance. And this is just a little added way that balancing the swing with that. If I'm making, quote unquote, a back swing and this rear end of the car, once again, it's going back this way, then it only makes sense to come back to the ball that the rear end comes there. What it say, the quickest way between 2 points is a straight line? Well, that's kind of what we're doing here, and bring it back. Charles Calhoun, aka the Shade Tree Pro. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to pick up a copy of my book if you haven't. And, as they say, always good golf.